It's a very bright day out here today, but yet people are waking up very anxious today. There's a lot of going on, and everybody is anxious about it today. And I want to talk about that today in your morning cup of inspiration. Hello, and thank you for joining me. You know, I've been reading in the Bible lately, and over in 2 Timothy 3:1-5. Tell me if this sounds like anybody you know. It talks about the last days, but understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. Now, we'll talk about the last days in just a minute, but it says, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. Sound like anybody you know? Sound like anybody you might see today? You might run into today? You know, I talked about the last day over in 2 Peter 3:8. The Bible does tell us, but do not overlook this one fact, that with the Lord 1 day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is 1 day. So in the last days, we could have been in it for 980 years so far. Who knows? We don't know, because the Bible also tells us that we don't know the time when the Lord's going to return. Only God knows. Jesus said, only God knows. I don't know. So it's coming. We know it's coming just by what's happening in the world today and what it tells us and what it shows us here. And also, it tells us in Luke 12:53, they will be divided, father against son and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and her daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. Wow. These are the days we're living in. But how do we conquer this? How do we approach our day-to-day, knowing we're going to probably run into people that disagree with everything that we think or we believe? And it tells us over in 1 Peter 3:8-9 now. To conclude, you must have all the same attitude and the same feelings. Love one another and be kind and humble with one another. Do not pay back evil with evil or cursing with cursing. Instead, pay back with a blessing, because a blessing is what God promised to give you when He called you. That's what He did for us, and that's what He expects us to do with everyone else around us. Over in 1 John 3:18, I'll close with this. My children, our love should not be just words and talk. It must be true love, which shows itself in action. Let love show in your actions today. I pray that God blesses you wonderfully today, and I look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.